Hi guys, my name is Julia. Welcome to my channel. Let's talk about fast fashion. As a fashion content creator and lover myself, I find that more people need to be exposed to at least the basics of what fast fashion means. With environmental issues on the rise and the climate crisis, I think we should educate ourselves on matters like this and be more conscious consumers moving into the future. In this video, I'm going to be using 100% recycled materials to make a cute and simple tote bag, as well as a corset. Although the main point of this video is to hear about fast fashion, I did include instructions for context of what I'm doing and for those who want to begin upcycling. Before I begin, allow me to preface that I am in no way trying to shame people who consume fast fashion or have consumed fast fashion or lecture about my own opinions. I am really just trying to be informative and tell you as many facts as I can. So let's talk about it. The word fast in fast fashion refers to the speed at which clothing is designed, produced, and sold. These brands include Fashion Nova, Shein, Forever 21, Zara, H&M, Pretty Little Thing, etc. A quick Google search will show you a lot more, and some surprising ones too. Fast fashion prices are usually super affordable, very on trend, and allows customers to buy larger quantities of clothing without spending large amounts of money. The first issue with fast fashion is the rate at which it is being consumed, or overconsumption. According to the Sustainable Living Guide, 80 billion new pieces of clothing are consumed every year, 400% more than 20 years ago. A study by Fashion United says that with clothing being so cheap, people only wear about 50% of their closet or wardrobe. This refers to both fast fashion and slow fashion, but the average wear of a single garment has dropped. Trends are quick to bring new things into style and wipe out old ones, bringing us to the painful statistic that we discard 92 million tons of clothes-related waste every single year. The days of a 4-season fashion year are over, and brands have matched the demand of people and adapted to a 52-season per year fashion culture, where all products are released on a weekly basis, and some exercise bi-weekly releases. Textile waste is being thrown away, burned, clogging landfills, and dumped in the ocean daily. This is only the beginning of the environmental consequences of fast fashion. Beginning with water, it takes 3,000 liters, or approximately 792 gallons of water to make a single cotton t-shirt. Water used to produce and dye textiles is practically unusable after its served purpose in production. This water often finds its way back into the ocean. These dyes contain extremely toxic chemicals that affect life in local waterways. The consequences include the destruction of reef life and its inhabitants, polluted waterways and drinking sources, and overall disruption of ocean life. Additionally, the washing of synthetic textiles is one of the primary sources of microplastic waste. That brings us to the second issue of microplastics. Microplastics are defined as pieces of plastic that are less than 5 millimeters long. They can be ingested and even inhaled. Microplastics in the ocean affect the surrounding ecosystem as much, if not more, than solid plastic waste. Microplastics are virtually non-removable from waterways. They are too small to filter or to see with the naked eye. These microfibers compositionally include a mixture of acrylic and polyester. Microplastics can block the intestinal tract of organisms if ingested. Multiple studies have even claimed that microplastics can be found in the brain tissue of fish. Moving on to atmospheric consequences, a 2020 study revealed that the fashion industry releases more greenhouse gas emissions into the atmosphere than aviation and transportation combined. The UNEP states every second the equivalent of one garbage truck of textiles is landfilled or burned, and if nothing changes by 2050, the fashion industry will use up a quarter of the world's carbon budget. In addition to all of the environmental issues, fast fashion has been guilty of violating multiple labor laws. Fast fashion retailers have received media attention for issues like little pay, no breaks, poor working conditions, and in some instances, child labor. Many manufacturers also set the pay system so workers are paid per article of clothing made. This further incentivizes workers to work more to earn more money. Pressure to perform to meet a target quantity of products results in overworking and inability to comfortably tend to personal needs. Chinese manufacturers have also been exposed regarding the violation of local labor laws, which max out at 8 hours per day. Some workers have reported they have clocked into work 3 times a day and only have 1 day off per month. Due to claims of unfair employee treatment and speculation of unethical business practices, the Global Labor Justice conducted an investigation in which they interviewed employees from non-governmental organizations. One worker from an H&M supplier factory explained, "We are not allowed to go to the toilet. The targets are so high. The people in charge will say, if you go to the toilet, who will do the work? Who is going to complete the target? Go to work and finish it. In 2016, brand Zara was under controversy after shoppers discovered notes in products reading, "I made this item you are going to buy, but I didn't get paid for it." Similarly, another cry for help was found on a pre-marked back tag that read, "Degrading sweatshop conditions." These are only some of the reasons why fast fashion has become so problematic. The reality is, everyone can do something to limit their fast fashion consumption, and there are ways to encourage ethical fashion. Ethical fashion, often referred to as slow fashion, is the opposite of fast fashion. Slow fashion is typically more expensive, but you're paying for quality. Alternatives to fast fashion are just as easy to access and in some cases just as cheap, like thrifting. When considering the demographic of lower income situations, some people have proposed the idea that consuming from thrift stores and consignment stores limits the availability of product to the people that need it most. With the heavy statistic of how much clothing waste is simply burned or to be disposed of, you can begin to see that there doesn't seem to be a shortage of clothing that people have and are willing to get rid of. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you learned something. I think we can all be more conscious consumers, and for all my fashion lovers, please keep this in mind the next time you make a purchase and try making your own. Bye guys!